Welcome to my channel where I hope you and others find the light within through channeled messages and sharing my own experience. In this video, I wanted to make this a continuation of my last video called Taking Control of Your Own Health. In this video, we're going to talk about why your health is actually your true wealth. A lot of the times you probably have known this to be true for yourself, and you've probably definitely seen it for other people. You can have all the money in the world, but it literally means nothing if you can't enjoy it or if you don't have your health to be able to enjoy it. I've seen plenty of times people, they're given gifts, they're given money, they're given everything that they could ever ask for, but when they're not healthy, they are just not able to even receive any sort of energy, yet alone monetary energy. So this video, I really want to talk about why it's important to take care of your health, but also what are some things that you experience as you begin to take control of your own health. There's so many ways that I can talk about this. I can talk about it from a chakra perspective, which I will definitely be expanding upon. Basically, our chakras, each one is associated to all facets of life. The chakra system encompasses every single part of the human experience, and we can definitely go back to a certain chakra given any sort of complication or challenges that we might face in this lifetime. We could talk about it from a holistic medicine point of view, specifically traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic medicine, and how the entire philosophy of both of these practices is based on empirical observation of nature, and basically the whole philosophy states that humans are an exact reflection of nature. We can also talk about it from a metaphysical and a scientific aspect if you're more of a logical person and you need more concrete facts where we can do scientific studies and we can prove it and we can show things, whereas the other things that I mentioned are more philosophical, and although they have been proven to be true, there is no physical evidence of prana or the chakras or chi, for example. That being said, going back to the metaphysical and scientific studies, there are so many that have already been done to show that this philosophy and this train of thought has major validity. Another thing that these scientific studies and metaphysical studies prove is that we truly are a product of our thoughts and our environment, both internally and externally. And what I mean by this is we're a product of our environment internally, because whatever is happening internally within us is how we react to the outer world. If you have any sort of stagnation or blockages or any organ systems that need to be balanced and they're out of alignment, it's going to show in your day-to-day action. And externally, if you are in an environment where you don't feel safe, for example, referring to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you are going to make certain decisions and choices out of that fear or that feeling of unsafety. And so this is why our environment, both internally and externally, are important. But even to take that a step further, our thoughts are also really important, because those have the ability to overcome a lot of the environmental factors that we are sometimes forced to face. So when we change our thoughts, we begin to change our environment, we begin to change a lot of things about us and around us. That being said, it doesn't matter which way that we go about describing this concept of health being true wealth. It all comes back to the measures that we as individuals choose, keyword choose, to take, and there's honestly no way around that. Now let's get into what happens when we are truly healthy or in harmony with nature. I believe that this is an ongoing thing, so it's not like you reach true health and boom, that's it. This is something where you reach an optimal health that you feel very comfortable with, and you have to maintain it through daily lifestyle habits, and it becomes who you are. That's the goal of this, is to make health who you are. You are a healthy person, and therefore you are a wealthy person. So here are several things that begin to happen when you actually begin to take control of your health. You raise your consciousness. Certain things that before you didn't really recognize or didn't really understand now starts to become a part of your conscious awareness, and through that, you're able to achieve a lot more than what you previously thought you were able to. More becomes available to you as you begin to raise your consciousness. You're able to learn at a much faster rate. You're able to retain information at a much larger capacity, and you're able to gravitate towards the experiences that help you also raise your consciousness. Emotional awareness is something else that becomes prevalent once we begin to take control of our own health. Emotional awareness means that we are now able to analyze when we are out of alignment with our true selves or our true state of being. This could look like avoiding arguments because you are now aware and understand where other individuals are coming from rather than feeding into that negative energy and arguing. You're then able to take a step back and really reflect on the situation and come back to it with a peace of mind where you are at equilibrium. And as you become healthier and healthier, you begin to notice these little things happening, and it'll become second nature, as I mentioned. This just means that you now become a magnificent manifester, and anything you want to bring about in this reality begins to happen because you are now spiritually elevated, because your body is vibrating at such a high frequency that you begin to notice things just happen. And that brings me into synchronistic alignments. This looks like meeting the right people, finding the right opportunities, coming across money or things that you've been wanting to manifest. It becomes so much easier when you are coming from a healthier mindset and a healthier body, because this body is essentially a vessel to carry out the things that we want in this reality. Synchronistic alignments have been happening so much for me that now it has become a part of my life. I just expect that anything I put out there into the universe just happens, because that is the energy that I am giving off to others. I am by no means the healthiest I can be, but I'm working towards that each and every day, and that alone is allowing for so many things to open up in my life and allowing me to see how beautiful this experience can truly be. And lastly, that leads me to one amazing thing that it's basically priceless, essentially. That is a passionate outlook on life. To me, that is true wealth. When you wake up, and it doesn't have to be every single day you feel this way, but for a majority of the time, when you wake up in the morning and you get up, you are so passionate no matter what you have to do. If you have to go to work, if you have to go drop the kids off at school, or if you have to go run a ton of errands, it doesn't matter what you have in front of you that day. You are just so passionate and optimistic about what life has to offer, because anything you ask for, you'll receive. Anything you want to do, you can do. You have the energy to do, you have the vitality to do it. And if you don't have the resources will present themselves to you. So all of that to say that health truly equals wealth, because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can have some of the wealthiest people in the world, but without their health, they can't do anything with that wealth. So to me, one thing I will leave you with is that if you take all of this into consideration, if you still are thinking about that monetary wealth, that wealth in that sense, you can have that too, because once you come into alignment, like I mentioned, a lot of the opportunities will start to present themselves. You may even think about starting your own business or pursuing something that you have a true burning passion for, and without a doubt, it will just create monetary wealth. It'll create wealth in the sense of energy, and currency is just energy, and that's really the truth of it. So as you raise your vibrations, as you raise your consciousness and your awareness, you can then raise your monetary energy and your frequency in that sense. If you have any questions about anything I said or any additional comments that you'd like to add, please leave those in the comment section down below, because I would love to hear your experience and your story, and just sharing is caring, so please do that. Thank you.